Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, version 0.20.1, as you can see. A few introductory things to get out of the way before we begin. I've played Dungeon Crawl quite a lot, although I haven't played it in, I would say, probably a few years. To put you into perspective, I downloaded this newest version a couple of days ago and did a few runs since then. To get back into the groove, so to speak. But the version I had installed before that was 0.11. So I don't know from when that is, but it's definitely a few years old. Anyway, I've played this a lot, but I'm by no means an expert. I know the basics, I know the controls for the most part, and I know where to look them up if I look up the ones I don't know off the top of my head. There are some of the finer details, as usual, that I'm, like in most roguelikes, the more in-depth things that I'm not an expert on. And I've never won the game. I came pretty close. I got a rune once, but it didn't make it out as far as I can remember. But that's been years ago. Recently, as you can see, maybe might be able to guess from the character name here, I've been toying around with a certain character, literally killing off dozens of them over the last few days. So yeah, maybe you can guess what kind of character it might be if you're familiar with this game. If you're not, well, I guess I can just do this. So here you can see, if you just start a normal game, you have a pretty large selection of different species or races. They are kind of grouped here by simple, intermediate, and advanced. And it gives you a short description of what to expect, basically. And down below this, in yellow, you see you can select a viable species, or a completely viable character, or be completely random. And what I'd like to do is be very unreasonable and just pick a random character. And yeah, that is, well, I mean, there are viable species and everything else for a reason. So some combinations of character, of race and class, just don't work well together. Like, I don't know, there are octopodes, for example. They can wear 8 rings, but basically nothing else, because, I mean, they're octopodes. Or Naga can only wear very special, very specific pieces of armor, because their bodies are not very humanoid. Or Felids, which happens to be the character I've been playing a lot, are basically cats. Not like cat people, as far as I can tell, but just cats, as it says there. And yeah, they come with their own set of specific traits, but they make, like a Felid makes a poor, well, anything that's equipment based, like a warrior who normally relies on being very well versed in weapon use and heavy armor, because Felids cannot wear any armor at all and no weapons, but they do have their claws and teeth, so they can still fight, but they're very squishy. Anyway, I've been trying to have a successful Felid run, and I mean, the game does recommend some combinations that kind of work. I guess Berserker I can see that working, but I want something a bit more interesting, and I was trying an Enchanter, which is pretty cool. Enchanters, well, I'm just gonna start a game here. Normally, as I said, I like to go with just random combinations, see what the game gives me, and well, try to get as far as I can. It's not about winning at all for me. For me, it's really just about the process of leveling up, finding equipment, killing enemies, hopefully not getting killed, trying to not get killed myself, and trying to see how far I can get before I inevitably perish by a combination of bad luck and playing terribly. So here we see a robe, which, well, basically almost all equipment is completely uninteresting to us. Here we see 3 sleeping enemies, and I guess I'm going to start off by showing the innate abilities, which are a lot. I cannot wear armor, or weapons, or even throwing items, which is kind of bad. I move silently or quietly by default, which is great. That helps me sneak up on enemies. that are sleeping particularly. I have sharp claws and teeth, which allow me to fight kind of well. I can see invisible, which is amazing. That's honestly one of the biggest benefits here. That's something that's great to have on any character. Carnivorous, that means I basically never run out of things to eat, which is also great. I'm also fast, which is great. I have some natural armor class, which is great. It also, I think it improves with level, but I mean, I've not reached very high levels with this kind of character, so I haven't seen it go past 2, I think. Anyway, on top of everything else, I also don't need to eat a lot in the first place because I have a slow metabolism, which benefits spellcasting, incidentally. Yeah, and I am naturally able to massacre sleeping enemies, unaware enemies. That deals a huge amount of damage. Like, okay. Unfortunately, the goblin woke up, saw me, and shouted, and everything else woke up. That's really unfortunate. Now, I'll have to fight these first couple of enemies normally. And, well, one of the first things, or normally the very first thing I do when starting a game here is open my skills with the M key and configure what I want to train up. Now, the first couple of times I tried the approach of getting stealth up first, because, well, at least up a few levels, which is reasonably fast due to very good aptitude, +4, as you can see there. That means the skill levels up pretty quickly, pretty easily. Deactivated basically everything but stealth to get that up as fast as possible. I was never really all that successful with that approach, though. Yeah, I guess 4 stealth is actually good enough for the beginning. The next couple of runs I tried focusing on spellcasting first, because there is one particular skill that or spell that you can get pretty early on, starting with character level 2, in fact. That helps you tremendously with this kind of gameplay. I need to enable at least one skill. Yeah, okay. Sorry, game. I have been most successful with my more recent characters, where I've focused on getting some combat skill and some dodging, because I am very squishy. I'm never going to have much armor class at all, so I'm going to focus on these. I'm gonna let the game decide the percentages. So first of all, I'm going to level up dodging. That's fine. Shouldn't take more than a couple of kills. Actually, only the lizard saw me here. There's also this altar. What is it? Yeah. Well, there are a pretty large number of different deities that you can worship. There's the cockroach. That, surprisingly enough, did not kill me. Okay. Yeah, the first couple of fights, even against very easy enemies, can be very lethal with a character that is vulnerable. I've got another wandering cockroach here that's not seeing me. Okay, now I did. Okay, dodging increased to 3. Now I should, yeah. Now the distribution is much more in favor of unarmed combat, which is fine. Having at least some levels in that helped tremendously, because I will be forced to fight lots of enemies normally. Okay, here I took some damage against a freaking bat. That's kind of sad. Okay, I'm also going to... Okay, there was a dart slug apparently somewhere. Maybe up here? Oh. It's also wandering, which means it hasn't seen me. It's really unfortunate that attacking wandering enemies... Oh, I entered a teleport trap. Wandering enemies that are unaware of me, but not sleeping, does not give me a take-off opportunity, so to speak, or a sneak attack, or whatever you want to call it. Nice, I leveled up to 2. Okay. I have the feeling that I've started to say lots of things, but finished very few of those. Sorry about that. One thing I can do now is read in my spellbook and learn spell number 2, or B, Ensorcelled Hibernation, which puts enemies to sleep, if it works. Right, that has an element of ice magic. I'm going to deactivate that for now, to focus a bit more on gaining some combat skill. Because as I said, I'm also gonna, right, I'm going to start doing auto-explore here. See if we, nice. Now I managed to sneak up on the sleeping goblin, and I should be able to one-shot it. I don't know if that's a fixed amount of damage, but it's multiple times what you normally do if you manage to hit. And as far as I can tell, these sneak attacks always automatically hit, which is just so good. The sleeping hobgoblin, nice. And another, oh, that goblin woke up. Now, I'm gonna see if I can put it to sleep. The thing is, I want to be kind of close to the enemy when I start casting. Okay, this time it didn't work. Now, what I can do is take a step away, because I move faster than most creatures. I can take a few steps until I have gained a little bit of distance. Yeah, here I'm just miscasting over and over. Or the goblin is resisting, rather. I'm gonna try it one more time here. There, I succeeded. The thing is, if I still have to close the distance, and every step I take has some sort of chance to wake up the enemy, even if I just put them to sleep. So, if I put them to sleep at a couple of steps away, they might wake up before I reach them. Which is why ideally I want to put them to sleep while they're right next to me. Of course, if it doesn't work immediately, they're right next to me and attack me back, which is something I normally want to avoid. Okay, that lizard woke up for no reason, and I managed to put it to sleep and not wake it up. That's great. Okay, we have two goblins here. I think both of them have seen me, yep. But I'm gonna, nice. I feel like I'm getting pretty lucky here with my success rate. It's not normally going that well. Let's chop up this goblin and eat it. Whoops, let's actually hit the right button. And I said hit the right button. There we go. Okay. Found a potion. What else have I found? Okay, some scrolls and potion. We have several sleeping creatures here. And unfortunately, goblin woke up. If it shouts, everything else is gonna wake up. I don't know if it makes sense to try and approach the kobold before it does. Of course, the goblin had to shout just as I reached the freaking kobold. That's annoying. Okay. I managed to put it to sleep, but the goblin, the kobold. Wait. The kobold woke up immediately and shouted. Well, okay. Kobolds are not that bad. As you saw, I can kill them kind of easily. The thing is, I'm just not a good fighter. I'm really surprised at how well this is going. Jackal's almost dead. The biggest problem is that I'm missing a lot early on, and I'm pretty good at dodging already, but I have barely any health. So anything stronger than a goblin or a kobold or maybe a jackal can easily kill me in just a few hits. Let's try to put that to sleep. That worked. I guess I might as well try. Oh, I'm out of mana, of course. Goblin's still dead. Yeah, it's getting pretty dicey here. I could try running away a little bit, but I'm gonna play it very risky here. I mean, this early on, there's really not much of a reason not to play it risky, because starting over is not gonna take long. Right, I'm going to increase my strength, even though maybe that's not the smartest move, but my strength is really low right now. And I think, I don't know if there's an lowest, like a threshold that I want to reach in order to get a huge benefit in terms of my fighting ability, or if it's just every point counts. Let's eat some more. Did I eat? There we go. Full. I'm gonna eat to very full, just because why not? I'm gonna rest to recover and resume exploration. Should be about done with this level here. Yeah, done exploring. Well, unarmed combat is already up to 2. Dodging is getting up to 4. I think I'm gonna stop training dodging once it reached 4. And because I'll have to focus a little bit on my magic, my spell casting, eventually. For now, let's quickly navigate to dungeon level 2. Take the nearest stairs. Okay, we have a worm. Worms are extremely dangerous. They don't look dangerous, but they are. They're also very slow. Let's see if I can put it to sleep. I can. Yeah, but I cannot one-shot it. And the thing is, a worm could easily one-shot me. Or, well, maybe not easily if I'm not sure if it can deal 14 damage at once. But if it hits me, it'll deal a big part of my health. And the way this hibernation spell works is as soon as enemies wake up from it, they're immune for a couple of turns. I don't know how long, but I cannot reapply it immediately. Wow, I got extremely lucky. I got killed, or so many of Percival's predecessors got killed by worms. It's not even funny. Okay, well, let's just kill this thing normally. See, I got hit once, maybe twice, and I took a lot of damage. Basically anything during the first couple of levels is able to kill me easily. Not having a lot of luck sneaking up to the enemies here. Okay, the bat is still alive somewhere. Bats are annoying. Let's kill the freaking kobold, please. There we go. I mean, at this point, apparently I'm not terrible at fighting at least these low-level creatures, so that's good. Got another worm. It's far away though, so chances are it's gonna wake up before I reach it. Yep, and sure enough it did. And it hit me once for half my health. So, yeah. And I think it can easily do more than that. So fighting it now would be pretty foolish. Please? Okay, good. There we have an adder. Adders are also very dangerous. Oh, and they like to, well, the problem is snakes are as fast as I am. Nice. I succeeded in putting it to sleep. That's very fortunate. Okay, the worm is wandering. If I leave it alone, it has a chance of falling asleep. Oh, okay. I guess. Come on. I'm not very lucky with my spellcasts, unfortunately. Nope. Kill that lizard, please. Don't get trapped here between a worm and a hard place. Okay, worm is coming. Okay, wow, I actually managed to one-shot it. Because, well, worms, not only do they deal tremendous amounts of damage, they're also kind of hard to hit for the level they appear on, of course. Because that's obviously all relative, but they also have, I don't know, way more health than everything else down here. Or up here, I should say. Pretty crazy. Okay. They've seen me. I don't really need to use my spell to put these enemies to sleep to assassinate them, but it's just very satisfying to do that, honestly. I just like doing it. And it's good to get into that habit, I suppose, for enemies that actually require it. Like, it's not going to be very long at all before I start running into enemies that I have barely any chance of killing normally. Like centaurs, ogres are going to start showing up. Kobolds are annoying, by the way. Like to use ranged weapons, throw things at you. Sometimes even poisonous things, which is extremely dangerous with a character with this little hit points. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised by how well this is going so far. Just something I should never say. So now I'm sure to die any moment. Okay, I did find a ring. I can put on rings and amulets, or, well, rings and an amulet. That is... Oh wow, I actually have 2 rings. I didn't even realize the first time. The thing is, they could be cursed and could be terrible. Similarly with potions, potions of mutation are very common early on, I've found. And they could be amazing. They could make me grow extra horns and claws to be even better at fighting, give me extra health, extra mana, extra anything. Or they could make me shout uncontrollably, randomly, which is terrible. They could make me do all kinds of things that I don't want to do, that are very detrimental. I've had mutations that decreased my already low strength to literally 1 point. And yeah, that can happen. So it's a bit of a risk. But again, I think early on, taking some risks is okay, because even if you completely screw yourself over, unless you're having the god run, I don't know. Like I'm gonna just put on these rings. That's a +6 ring of dexterity. Holy crap! Not sure how much that's gonna help exactly, but that is an amazing ring. And a +2 ring of evasion. Wow. Those are some of the best rings I've found. That's quite amazing. Should I tempt fate even more? Let's start quaffing some potions here. I mean, what I could do is read some scrolls. Those are less dangerous. I feel blessed. That's nice. Now I know what that is, and I have 1 more. That's actually very good. I don't know what a scroll of fear does. Doesn't help me, that's for sure. Scroll of amnesia. Well, I'm gonna forget the first spell, which is not very useful, unfortunately. Corona makes it easier to hit enemies technically, but I've not really seen much of a difference. I guess it's nice to have if you don't have anything else you wanna, or if, against enemies, for example, that you can't put to sleep while they're approaching me. While I let them approach me, I can make them easier to hit by, well, lighting them up. Basically, that's what it does. So it's not completely useless. Scroll of recharging, yeah, that's not gonna help me right now. Okay, no identification, which I could have used to identify some of the potions, or well, one of the potions. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I have some more scrolls, maybe, because a potion of mutation could really screw me over early on. There are also potions of cure mutation, but I have not found a single one during these last couple of characters that I tried. I feel like there's also something else I wanted to say or do. Okay, new potion. Bad comes into view. It's sleep. Not anymore. A scroll. Well, sure, let's read it. Blink to where? Yeah, well, now we know what that is. An ogre on level 2. Okay, I have not seen... Well, maybe I have seen an ogre on level 2 at some point, but that thing can easily one-shot me. No problem whatsoever. It's kind of slow, but I'm not going to one-shot it. And I think it will attack me back. This is probably very stupid, and I'm going to die. It is severely wounded, and it only dealt 2 damage. That's amazing. I'm sure it can easily deal, like, I don't know, easily deal double digits of damage. No question. Okay, it's still... I don't know how long it takes for enemies to become susceptible. Okay, now it's susceptible to sleep again. It's sleeping. Oh, so risky. There we go. Wow. Well worth it. Well worth the risk. I'm instantly reached level 4. All my skills leveled up. Level 5, gained an extra life for level reaching level 4. Also gained some extra int. Wow, amazing. Let's rest up to... Oh, we have a wandering ooze. I actually... I think oozes are not that bad. Famous last words. Don't know if they can be slept. They can. Oh, well then. Okay, let's finish resting up. Let's take a look at my skills here. Unarmed combat is all the way up to 4.3. I think I want more of that. I don't know. For weapon skills, every individual weapon tells you how high of a weapon skill gives you the maximum benefit in terms of reaching the highest possible attack speed with that weapon. I'm not sure if there's a way to tell for unarmed combat. You can look at help here, get a spell description or a skill description. Yeah, but it doesn't tell you any numbers here. Just that well, pretty straightforward. It increases your unarmed combat skill. More damage, better hit. So I guess more is better until, I don't know. I don't know how far I'm gonna train this for now. I think I said I wanted to stop. Whoops. Nope. Can I just have the normal mode? Yeah. Right. So I want to deactivate dodging for now. And maybe start learning some spellcasting to increase my success rate with hibernation. Some fighting skill will also be nice eventually. Maybe I should try getting a bit better at fighting for the time being. I feel a bit more confident now that I'm basically a level ahead of what I would normally be without that ogre. That gave me a huge XP boost that I wouldn't normally have. Okay, I'm also done exploring this level, which means I'll have to dive a bit deeper, which is always scary. Oh, a quokka. There's some kind of... What are you? I cannot even read your symbol. It's... okay. It's some kind of rodent. And now it's dead. Okay, let's try this again. There. An orc wizard. Okay, we're starting to encounter orcs. Not that bad by themselves, but they tend to come in packs. Oh my god, these are like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies all at once. That's a bit much. They're all sleeping now, well, except for the oozes, but I don't think they can... Or maybe they are sleeping. Actually, I think they're also sleeping, even though it doesn't say. I would so love to go in there and sneakily and silently murder all of them, but it's not gonna work. Chances are, as soon as one of them wakes up and makes any kind of sound, they're all gonna wake up. Maybe I can get this goblin here. Nope, certainly not. And now everything's freaking awake and dealing damage to me. Okay, that is not great. If I can take this ooze with me here. Okay. Should be able to fight that normally. Yeah, no problem. Wow, that's unfortunate. Let's look for... Wait a second. There is part of the level I can't reach. Only the... Huh, yeah, this is behind glass. There is a stair. And a bat, by the way. I wonder how you're supposed to reach that. I guess I could blink in there. But there should also be... Shouldn't there be another stairway down? Am I crazy? I feel like there's a way to... No, not that. What did I just do? Okay, something... I think that was that hotkey I just... It did something with my recording software. I hope that didn't mess anything up. I thought there was a way to get an overview of the current dungeon level. Like listing all the stairs that I found. Because if the only other stairway I see is behind glass, and I don't have a means to break through that, I don't think. Might be a problem. Well, I mean, let's see here. No, I don't have any blinking potions. Scrolls. Well then, I'm going to have to take this. Well, let's take that goblin with me and kill it. And oops, try go down again. Go back up with this orc. Gonna try and put it to sleep. That worked nicely. Now let's eat it. I haven't eaten orc in some time. Yum. Okay. Let's recover my what little mana I used. Okay, we have the orc wizard right next to us here, almost right next to us. I'm going to try and put it to sleep. Not having much luck with that. But it also hasn't killed us yet. So that's good. I'm confused. That's not good at all. Bump into the wall. It might easily kill me here. More confused. Oh, crap. This is so bad. I could try drinking potions at random here. Or I could hope that my confusion, well, but I'm very confused. That's gonna take a couple of rounds to wear off. This is not a great situation. I mean, I can try attacking it, but while confused, my chances of actually hitting it are extremely slim. And it's gonna keep casting spells at me. I can't cast, right? Yeah, I'm way too confused. I'm gonna start drinking potions here. Well, I'm berserking. Okay, wow, I actually managed to kill that thing. Holy crap. Yeah, let's just wait here. Still berserking a little bit. Am I not? No, wait, I'm exhausted from berserking. Okay, never mind. Wow, that was scary. Let's kill that freaking goblin, kobold, I mean. Let's not take any risks. Oh, we have a wandering orc wizard. Wonderful. We have also a wandering worm up here. Oh god. Let's take care of the wizard first. Oh god, we have an orc priest now. Orc priests can also deal damage at a distance. Ouch. Like so. Yeah, that sucks. Because that can deal tremendous damage. They can also deal other nasty things, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, orc priests are almost scarier. Well, maybe they're actually scarier than orc wizards even. Let's try to put it to sleep. Okay, that worked. Awesome. Unarmed combat also increased to 5. Wonderful. God, I'm being surrounded by enemies here. The worm is not so bad, but it's right next to the stairs. Can't really escape to the stairs right now. That's bad. But I can run away from it. Okay, we have a snake here, which is also not good. Okay, I'm outmaneuvering them. Yeah, I'm gonna retreat tactically here. Take the bat with me and kill it. Man, this is a rough spot. Not having a second staircase to well, approach the next level from a different vantage point is quite a problem, I gotta say. I don't think there is such a thing as hidden doors, like secret doors that I could find to reach that closed off area with the other staircase, so I don't know. That might be one of the intricacies of this game that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to have to make do with what I have here. Yeah, let's take these enemies with me. Okay, good. That's doable because I couldn't get walled in by these enemies here. Okay, nice. I guess worms are less of a problem now than I maybe make them out to be, but it definitely pays off to be careful. And it's better to be too cautious than being too reckless, that's for sure. Okay, let's kill this thing. Freaking wizard. There you go. Okay, that snake is gonna Oh god, I didn't realize how much damage I took. Well, the snake is basically gonna be right there. But I should be able to take it on. Since my hit points are full. Okay. Especially when I manage to put it to sleep right away. I'm going to increase my strength some more. Nice. Okay, and at level 6 I got extra armor class. I mean, having 2 armor class isn't much better than having 1 or 0 for that matter, but I guess it's something. I also don't know how much better I'm going to naturally become by leveling up. Not sure what the highest character level is I reached on the Felid or Felid. But it's not much higher than 6. It's really, and this is the first run I just randomly decided to record too. It's not like I mean, as I said, I've literally killed off dozens of these characters over the last few days, and very few of them were as successful as this one. And this is not very far into the dungeon at all. Anyway, let's chop that up and eat something. It's probably a good idea, in fact, to stay well nourished while I can. I could always suddenly run into a situation where I don't find anything to eat for a while and start becoming hungry. A Moth of Wrath. That is terrifying. I have no idea what that is. Also Egypt, the Twisted Goblin. That's a low-level named enemy. I think I can close doors, right? Yeah. They should still be sleeping. Oops, hello. Got a wandering rat that I can eat. Oh, the adder. I didn't see you there. Nice. Wow. I can't believe these spell success rates either. I mean, yeah, it still has a failure rate of 12%. I have not trained up any spellcasting whatsoever. On characters where I focused much more on... let's actually learn the skill again here. Because why not? And might as well learn some more while I'm here. Confuse seems nice. Tukima's Dance is actually really cool. I can learn both of those. Dazzling Spray I've never really used. I could learn either one of them. They're all level 3. I can learn 2 with the points I have left. I think I want to learn them in order just so they get those letters assigned, just for convenience. There and D. Here, Tukima's Dance animates the weapon of the target foe, ripping it from their hands and causing it to attack them relentlessly. That is so cool. That actually makes the weapon, like, turns the weapon they have into an entity, into a, well, yeah, into a creature that starts attacking them. I don't know how good that is, how effective it is, but it's just, I mean, just the concept of it is so cool. Let's eat some more rat. Guess that's appropriate for a cat. Nice. Kobold. Oh, that's actually still, it was still sleeping. So much for that. It throws all kinds of things at me. It's just stones. Not so bad. Okay. Neither kobolds nor frilled lizards are very dangerous foes, but still, better safe than sorry. Okay. What was I saying? I have no idea. Keep exploring. We have a sleeping cockroach down there. Sleeping dart slug up there, and an orc who's coming my way. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe it. Spell success chance has never been this high. Oh, the leopard gecko is kind of dangerous early on. Although, for a level 6 character, probably not so much. Especially, well, okay. Put it to sleep, but it woke up immediately, of course. Yeah. I had some trouble hitting it, and that one woke up as well. Oh, they're also really fast. I normally don't think of geckos as being particularly speedy. Not the ones I've seen in real life. I mean, they're lizards, but they tend to be kind of slow, actually. Hanging around walls and all that. Anyway. Yes, these are not your garden variety geckos, but, well, dungeon variety geckos, as it were. I found a blossoming altar of feeders. Yeah, again, I don't know much about the deities. I know certain characters tend to rely on them a lot. Like they're, well, certain clerical classes, so to speak. Like, okay. Like priests. Are they paladins? I don't know. I guess they're. Berserkers, for example, also start with a deity, the berserker god. I don't know. I used to know more about deities and how they work. Well, basically each of them has their own demands of their followers, like sacrificing creatures, sacrificing anything, sacrificing special creatures, sacrificing a certain number of creatures, and if you fail to sacrifice enough, of course it woke up, during a certain period of time, they will get angry and punish you, potentially, which of course could be bad. But of course they will give you certain benefits as well, depending on your piety rank. So it's a really interesting system that, and you can basically choose to worship any god on any character, and can certainly find some unusual and very powerful combinations. Oh, I just realized that the Moth of Wrath is actually caged. That's probably a very high level enemy, and Egypt just woke up. Let's see if I can reverse that. I could, and I actually one-shot it. Or him, whatever. We have a lot of worms coming here. I should really retreat. Whoa, why did I cast sleep on that other worm? Why is that not susceptible? Oh, it's berserking, what? Okay. That's terrifying. I don't know why that worm is berserking. I've never seen that. Okay, it's not berserking anymore. I'd really appreciate if they never do that again. Okay, there we go. I do seem to have reached a point where worms are not that dangerous anymore. Right. Let's eat Egypt, because why not? I like eating named enemies. Especially while being watched by worms. Oh, the worm goes berserk again. Oh, that must be the Moth of Wrath. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Well, kind of. Let's run away from it. Maybe kill this rat. Okay, berserk ran out. Oh. It hit me and dealt 5 damage. It's so crazy. Well, it's just not working. More energetic. Yeah, right. Also, worms, on top of everything else. I take everything back. Worms are just as lethal as they ever used to be. Oh my god. Okay, worm. Don't know what your problem is, but you're terrifying. Okay, good. Whew. Let's eat it. Let the strength of my enemy become mine via consuming them. Let's rest. Let's try and explore the rest of this level. Done exploring, of course. Moth of Wrath notices me. And I don't think it can do anything to me. Here, Trog is I think Trog is the god worshipped by berserkers. Honestly, that might not be a terrible idea. I don't know, I mean, if I remember correctly, and if that's not something that has changed over the last, like, 9 editions of this game, since last I played, Trog grants you the ability to berserk at will, which, well, is useful for any melee character, of course. Of course, since I'm kind of a hybrid of between melee, assassin, and spellcaster, I'm not sure if that's the best choice, because during berserking, I'm pretty sure you cannot cast spells at all. Also, if you don't manage to kill your enemies before your berserking runs out, you enter a stage of being like exhausted afterwards, which definitely prevents you from going berserk right away again. It might also just make you weaker, which is obviously not a good thing at all. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to explore my options a bit more and maybe try some new things, but at the same time, I'm just not familiar enough with how exactly some of these elements work, and I don't want to potentially screw myself. Okay, we found another ring. Well, the thing is, I have 2 very good rings already. I also have not been finding very many scrolls at all. Let's read the one we have. It might be identify. No, it's not. Okay. Well then, let's keep exploring for now. Don't want to risk putting on an... Oh, then again, I do have a scroll for remove curse. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put on this ring instead of, I don't know, dex or evasion. I feel like +6 dexterity is just so good. Sounds very good. Resist corrosion. Huh. I mean, corrosion is bad. I don't know if it would do much to me since I don't have any equipment though. Maybe that doesn't actually affect me at all. Protects the wearer from acid damage. Okay, that certainly helps, and from corrosion caused by acids, although not infallibly so or infallibly. Well, I think I'm gonna put on my other ring for the time being, and hopefully I'll remember putting this ring on once I've faced something that can attack with acid. I think the corrosion element of acid damage doesn't affect me. Not sure if corrosion can destroy amulets, well, trinkets basically, rings and amulets. Might be able to, but I'm not sure. It can definitely destroy or remove bonuses from your armor pieces, which sucks. But since I'm not using, well, armor pieces and weapons, that is. Am I faster than an ant? I think, oh yeah, slightly. Well, I might as well just kill it like this. Get a cockroach. Yeah, since I'm not using... Natasha. Hello. And a wandering orc. Wonderful. If that orc could... I don't think it has seen me. Nice, I one-shot Natasha. I think Natasha was some kind of dog, because H is not the symbol for humans, but for, well, hounds and dog-like creatures. It didn't leave a corpse, no, it did not. I hear a zap and a grinding noise. I don't know what that means. It certainly has some kind of meaning. Probably that there is some sort of special dungeon feature on this level. Okay, we have an iguana. I think iguanas are pretty dangerous early on. So if I can, I'd rather try to put it to sleep and then murder it. But that does not seem to want to work right now. There we go. Nice. Let's regenerate. Keep exploring. Okay, we have lots of orcs here. That might mean a room, well, a room with many orcs might mean that there's a an orc elite, an orc named enemy around, or it might just be a pack of orcs. They're actually not very uncommon at all. Okay, maybe only 2 of them saw me. Oh no, the orc wizard. Well, he hadn't seen me. Wow, this worked exceptionally well. Also, this is not a room at all, which also certainly helped. Okay, let's chop that up. Eat it. And maybe chop this one up as well. Kind of been neglecting my eating lately. A scroll. Actually, we have 2 unknown scrolls. Let's read those. Scroll of Identify. Nice. Let's identify potions, because why not? Cancellation. I don't know what those do, actually. Which ends most magical effects, good or bad. Huh. And reduces magical contamination. That sounds actually pretty useful. Let's read Scroll T. Scroll of Enchant Armor. Yeah, unfortunately, Enchant Armor and Enchant Weapon, normally some of the most sought after scrolls there are completely useless to me. That's a bummer. Oh, I also have a Book of Minor Magic, which I did not know. Magic Dart. Having a way to actually damage enemies at a distance is not a bad thing at all. And being able to blink at will, this is actually a pretty good find. Why don't we start learning those right away? Yeah, right now, well, it's a different school of magic. I have no skill in that whatsoever, so the failure chance is pretty high right now. But I'm still going to learn that. Read. Actually, slow sounds good. Also, it's a hex, which is great because hexes happens to be what I'm kind of okay at. Let's see, what exactly does that? Slows the actions of a creature. That could actually come in extremely handy against some of the faster enemies. Like snakes, for example. Those are as fast as me, if not even a bit faster. Yeah, definitely want that. Okay, let's spell E. That might actually come in very useful. What else? Write my skills. Wow, unarmed combat is up to 6.8. I feel like I'm so close to 7 that I want to keep going. Shouldn't take more than maybe 3 or 4 enemies, depending on what I find. Frill Lizard. Well, that's not going to give me a lot. No. Okay, but some more orcs should do it. Oh, that orc is throwing tomahawks at me. That's not nice. Okay, that didn't improve my skill at all. Whoops. What? The orc is unaffected. Why though? Not susceptible. I guess I must have succeeded and it woke up immediately or something. Oh, taking more damage than I would like. So the snake is next to me, which is bad. Also the wizard is there. That sucks. Okay, let's weigh my options here. I do have a wand of polymorph and a wand of flame. Polymorph could be useful if it works. I could try and polymorph the wizard, but chances are it's not gonna work. Can use a scroll of blinking to get away. That might not be the worst option. Get some distance between me and the enemies. Maybe lose them and rest up before I try to tackle them again. That might be my best option. Too bad I didn't learn blinking from that book, huh? Yep. Okay, well, I have it. I should use it. Gonna blink as far away as I can. Start running away. The snake is gonna be able to keep up with me. The orcs not so much. Oh, I don't have spell points. Kill the adder. Adders are scary because they can poison. Yep, like so. I'm poisoned. Okay, it's dead. I'm poisoned, but I have enough hit points to survive. Okay, good. The Orc Wizard is coming. Okay. Whew. Now I don't know where it is. Could be anywhere at this point. Let's just resume exploring. We're going to run into those enemies eventually. Right, we have this gecko here. Should probably also keep eating. What am I doing? E. Orc Priest. Oh god. Orc Priest and some extra orcs for good measure. Okay. It tried casting something at me. I wonder, isn't it still coming? Huh. I guess not. What, Natasha? Wait, there can't be more than one Natasha. I killed Natasha. Didn't I? Okay, now they're coming. Let's head down this corridor. I see the priest, unfortunately. Okay. Nice, okay, that worked very well. Combat skill, unarmed combat has reached 7. I have reached level 7. Gained an extra life. I don't know if I can see that anywhere. I don't see it here. But it basically means that if I do end up dying, I will lose 1 experience level and respawn somewhere randomly on the same level where I died. I basically get a second chance, but yeah, at a bit of an experience cost. Okay, skills. Let's deactivate unarmed combat for now, and maybe focus on getting a level or 2 in fighting. That gives me extra hit points, as well as makes me better at fighting, as the name implies. Makes me deal more damage and more. Makes it easier to hit enemies. All good stuff. Also not full, so I should be eating stuff. Keep not really paying much, or not paying enough attention to that. Nice. Fighting skill immediately rose to 1. That's amazing. Let's eat Natasha, so she doesn't come back this time. What? Why did I stop? It's downs. Cockroach. Another Natasha. Okay, well, I guess that's just a type of enemy then. Although the fact that the name is displayed in or is spelled with a capital letter, I think it means that they're a special enemy, a named enemy. Bread ration, yeah. Not sure if I can even eat anything other than meat. Maybe not. Fighting reached level 2. That does increase my health quite nicely, I must say. Starting to feel a bit confident about my fighting abilities, which is a bad thing. That's going to get me killed. I know it. I feel like I should improve my spellcasting. So, I mean, the actual spellcasting skill is similar to the fighting skill in that it improves my general spellcasting skills. It gives me more spell points, which is great. It generally makes my skills easier, or my spells easier to cast, reduces fail chance. Not as much as the individual spell schools do. But I want some extra points in that. I don't have very many magic points at all. Could definitely use more. Done exploring. Okay. Let's move on deeper down.